Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a twin flame reading for you. And it feels to me like we have somebody that is maybe finally admitting to themselves that there's a reason why they always come back to you or why they always think about you, why they feel pulled towards you. So it feels to me like a realization or an acceptance because these feelings keep coming back, right? So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime chime. I hope you're having a lovely weekend or a lovely day, whatever it is for you. We're going to dive in with the Fairy Lenormand. So we have number 14, the Fox, and number 35, the Anchor. And the Anchor in this deck is primarily associated with things like stability. So a sense of having things like figured out, right? Oh, hello, Kathleen. How are you doing? Hello, Tina Maria. Hello, Miss Joanna and Ambit. How are we doing? So the first thing that pops out to me is that we have somebody here that I think is misrepresenting how stable they are or being a little sneaky in terms of what their current living situation is. So you might be kind of torn. Do I believe what this person who I care about is saying to me? Or do I listen to my intuition and maybe even call this person out? Seems a little bit tricky. So you might have to kind of proceed with caution. Let's go with the Egyptian tarot. Hi, Trinity. How are you doing? All right, we've got the Knight of Swords, Temperance. I don't know. This kind of makes me feel like we have somebody, this Knight of Swords, this is like fast moving energy. This is somebody who might have something that they need to say, but he's headed right towards the Temperance card. And I would really like to believe that this is somebody who is doing everything they need to or being very efficient about getting themselves into a better situation. But it kind of feels more like they're rushing towards someone they feel can help them get that stability back into their life. So I got to be honest, it feels a little bit codependent to me. Hi there, Mike. How are you doing? No, we all have our moments. I'm sure you'll be able to recover. No way. Yeah, that's the thing about tarot, y'all. We have to keep in mind that each of these cards has several meanings. And your intuition plays a big part in terms of if you're trying to read tarot yourself. I myself, I'm a big fan of limiting reading for myself because I think it gets a little bit too easy to see what you want in the cards. But when you're reading, try to keep in mind that how you feel when you see the cards or the words that go through your mind, those are important. They're clues, right? And it's all about kind of like tuning into that radio station in your brain. I'm normal, I swear. This is the Nine of Wands. Okay, I do like that because this scarab beetle in the middle, this is meant to basically explain that somebody is fighting for something that's very important to them, something they cherish or hold dear. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, Nine of Swords, Death in the reverse. This is somebody who feels like they have to rush in because they realize how much someone means to them. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. I've lost. There's that scarab beetle again. I have lost what's really important or what's most important to me. And then we have somebody who has like a cycle or waves of anxiety hitting them when they think about what they walked away from or the fact that they can't get over this person. For a lot of people, there's a tendency to run away when you get into a serious situation or a connection. And I feel like this could be the case here. And this person may have thought, give it some time. I'll get distracted by somebody new, or I'll be able to just kind of like let that person go. And I feel like it's been a really long time. Hi there, Kevin. How are you doing? I feel like it's been a really long time that this person has been trying to forget you. So this isn't somebody you met like a month ago, if that's what you're hoping to find on a reading today. Apologies. This is somebody who has been thinking about you for a long time. And I'm trying to suss out why we have this fox card. Because much as I love foxes, there's two of them right there. They can be associated with a little bit of sneakiness or a little bit of like dishonesty, that kind of thing. I do feel like that might be in the past for this person. You need to use your own discernment, okay? This is a general reading. Don't get all like hyped up and assume this is 100% accurate for your situation. But what I see is somebody looking back on their mistakes and realizing what it is they need to actually invest in and what they really want. Five of Pentacles. I did include this on the no contact playlist. Five of Pentacles would seem to be a confirmation of that. If you are not low contact, you're no contact. One of those two. There's a sense of not feeling free to reach out or to communicate, even though there are times during the day where somebody sees something and they want to reach out. I got to be honest, you guys, when you are working on yourself and when you walk away from toxic friendships or people, you can get to a point where you don't have a lot of people to tell your stories to, right? You can get to a point where that amazing or like really weird thing that happened to you, there's one person you want to talk to and you can't. That's how this person feels. Like, I've been letting go of people. I've been kind of like isolating myself, but I think Eight of Pentacles to improve, right? And it's starting to become more apparent to them that they were expecting good things from bad people and walking away from the good people they encountered. So it's like, I want to invest more correctly or more intelligently. And let's see what these last two are. The Stars and the Ace of Wands. In the Egyptian deck, it's a plural star, so the stars. And I don't know, I kind of feel like that is hinting that for many of you, this person thought they found your energy in another person or thought the world of someone else when they met you. So there's like a conflating here or a misunderstanding, seeing somebody for the mask they wear instead of who they really were, and then maybe attributing to you some negative characteristics that weren't actually yours. With the Ace of Wands, I got to be honest, for some of you, there was intentional manipulation or even spell work to try to get this person to see you in a lesser light. But I do feel like over time, that was really hard to do. And this person ended up realizing, okay, well, I guess we're going to be able to reassess the situation because I read this wrong. They still want a new beginning. Or they still think about what it would be like. Let's get a few from our fairy godmother oracle. Hello, pickled Pisces. How are you doing? I'm glad to hear it. We have abandonment and blossoming. It's an interesting pairing because what I want to say is this person that I'm reading for who was undervalued was abandoned by their twin flame. Left behind, and in some cases, in a very bad situation. I feel like there is guilt associated with how this person left you, how they ended things, or how they walked away. That has actually worked to prolong the lack of communication because they don't know what to say to explain, hey, so I'd really like to talk to you again, but you might be mad at me because, I just like up and left and didn't give you any explanation or, believe someone else's side of the story. And after they abandoned you, they were able to somehow get information or literally watch you blossom. So there have been things in your life that have moved forward. Even if you don't feel like they have, this person has seen you do things that require courage and strength, and they have admired you for it. Especially if it, like I think it is for many of you, if it's a stark contrast to the person that they thought was magical, because it doesn't make sense to them. If I put all of my eggs in this basket and then this basket just kind of crumbles or falls apart and doesn't work anymore, and I left this other basket back there. I don't know why you're a basket, but anyone want to make a basket case joke? Because I feel like that's just hanging out in the air. I'm glad to hear that. Yes, definitely. You know what? I'm just always awesome. All right, we have the Six of Cups, King of Swords in the reverse, Ace of Swords in the reverse. So here's the weird thing that just happened in my brain. When I laughed in response to calling myself awesome, the way I laughed is very similar to how my brother laughs. And then the Six of Cups comes out, and it kind of made me feel like we have somebody that you would consider very close, somebody, a sibling or a close confidant. But we have the King of Swords in the reverse and the Ace of Swords in the reverse, very clearly saying this person was dishonest. So we might have had a third party, not necessarily in a sexual sense, could have been. There might have been, for example, a sense of competition between these two. And so somebody decided to lie about what they knew about you in order to push somebody else away and increase their own chances, right? Hi there, Redbeard. How are you doing? There was somebody that had the wrong intentions here. And they might have been threatened. They might have felt like they were going to be replaced. And it could be that and having a crush on the same person. Three of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Swords in the reverse. I think for many of you, this was a love triangle. There were definitely some jealousies, insecurities, and unspoken words. For some of you, you may have rejected one of these two, and then the other one is your twin flame. And the one who you rejected was saying bullshit to the twin flame. Whatever it was, there was some judgment being levied against you, and people wanted to blame you for some instability or even some big argument or blowout, even though it has since been revealed that you had nothing to do with that, or that somebody lied about you. So I think the more this person had to think about their twin flame, the more they basically regretted how they handled it and who they listened to. We have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Tower and the Five of Cups in the reverse. Some people like to use manipulation or drama or just, sheer toxic behavior to create some sort of competition or create some kind of drama that makes the object of their affection kind of cling on or like pursue more voraciously. And I feel like this person was expecting to put you in almost like a holding pattern. Like, if I don't give you the end to the cliffhanger, if I don't tell you why things went the way they went, I think you'll just be like hung up on me forever. And when it suits me, if I feel like coming back around, I can. But they ended up witnessing a change in you. Maybe not right there. They might have heard it through other people, right? But when this all happened, it was definitely difficult. It was not for the faint of heart, but there was a lesson that you learned that made it easier for you to pick up and move on. And I think it was, you know what? I deserve better than that bullshit that you just served me. So you don't deserve me. If you don't see what a blessing I am, I'll go be a blessing elsewhere. You'll figure it out eventually, but it'll probably be too late. They were upset because you were not upset, or you weren't upset for as long as they were hoping you would be. Death card. They feel like they've been, moping around, crying about you or missing you, and that you're just out here like lollygagging around, having a party, falling in love, being successful. They know you don't want them. Or they suspect you don't want them. And I don't know how you feel. This is a twin flame journey that we're talking about, right? Lots of ups and downs. You may feel differently than what they assume you do. But I think there is some level of, if you didn't know how awesome I was when you had the chance to be with me, then that's your loss. And you get to live with that. But I feel like this person is really upset that you didn't keep messaging them or calling them or trying to convince them to invest more time in you. You were just like, okay. Maybe not in private. Maybe in private you cried or was, real upset. But as far as they know, you got over your shit. And they didn't change fast enough. All right, let's get a few from the untold messages of the heart. Hello, Mittensen. Did I say that right? I hope I did. Blessings to you too. Same, Joanna. All right, we have thoughts. I've been in my head about you constantly. I said that. No strings. I want you close to me, but I'm not ready for a commitment. This is like my favorite part of the reading where I've like already kind of like laid it out for y'all. And then we get these cards that are like, what she said. Yeah, no, sure. They don't know what to do with what they feel for you. And they don't know how to improve the situation so that they have a chance again. But even if they had a chance right now, I gotta be honest, I think they would blow it. I don't think they would do it justice. So for many of you, this is just a heads up that this person is actually somewhat learning something. I don't get the impression that this is the universe saying, hey, guess what? Your person's coming back around. Y'all are going to get back together and live happily ever after. Because we have to remember, twin flames isn't just like a princess story that, you know, people would make a movie out of. It's like difficult. It's ascension and learning through loss. This person has to get to a certain point before they are worthy of a connection with you, but this is at least indicating that there's movement. I know I've acted childishly. I don't know how to approach you now. I've literally said all of these. The word at the top, by the way, is embarrassed. I want to see you. Mistake. I made the wrong turn, and honestly, the grass was not greener over there. Why? I don't know what has happened between us. If you're confused, I'm confused too. And that card came out a couple days ago, so we could be dealing with a situation that I've read for the last couple of days. I want to say in particular the "They Used to Hate You" reading from maybe like 5 days ago. So yeah, we definitely have somebody in their head thinking about you a lot, realizing they probably messed up and that it might be just a little bit difficult to ingratiate themselves back into your life. Hello there, William. How are you doing? Redbeard, same. 10 of Swords, the High Priestess, and the 10 of Cups in the reverse. This is the Black Tarot. I don't know if I told you this was the Morgan Greer. I love this High Priestess card. I think it is absolutely beautiful, even though obviously quite a bit dark, darker than most, but it's beautiful. You saw this coming a mile away. You saw this coming like 20 miles away. You may have even said to this person in your last stand, like, hey, I think we could be great together, and you're going to regret this one day. There will come a day where you realize what you have walked away from. And it was a while before this person realized you were right. But they have. I don't know if they've admitted it to anyone. They might have a little bit too much ego for that. But they know it. 5 of Spheres or 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. The Hanged Man. And the 5 of Cups. You told them they were going to regret it. And they do. 5 of Cups. This is about crying over spilt milk, right? Thinking about things they did in the past or didn't do in the past. And this Hanged Man imagery makes me feel like there is absolutely an understanding that I put myself in this situation. I don't know if I can actually get back into somebody's good graces because I was the issue. And I feel like they still have this inability to make the right decisions. They're working on it. But I think right now they're just really in the thick of like healing and accepting their own role in this situation and their current circumstances. Or so maybe this person's thinking about moving because they're in a really bad living situation. One that encourages behavior that holds them back. So we have the Devil, the Three of Wands, and the Page of Cups. I think this person is obsessed with finding a way to see you and at least make an apology. But they still love you. So if they smell even just the tiniest whiff of hope from your side of things, then they will likely make some sort of offer. And I think the universe is trying to make sure you know, even if you consider this person your twin flame, you still have to use your discernment. Twin flame is not a carte blanche to be a piece of shit in a relationship. I'm sorry, I don't put frosting on shit, but I really hate it when people are like, oh, you're my everything, so I'll just be completely miserable and wait for you to get your shit together. Don't do that to yourself. You deserve to be happy. You can be happy on your own. If somebody needs time, give them time. They probably can't do the same kind of healing with you there as they would without you, right? No sprinkles, Redbeard. This person, I don't know. I think for this particular reading, there's a pretty even divide in terms of whether or not this person's going to get their ish together. Seven of Cups, Knight of Cups in the reverse, Five of Wands. Because right now they're still battling. They're still in a funk. They're still dealing with some, I think for some of you, some dissociation or some unwillingness to connect to others, living in their own world, blocking people out. And for some of you, maybe drinking too much, smoking too much, snoring too much. I don't know. I don't judge people on these things. We all got to go down our path, right? But somebody here is kind of living in a little bit too much of a haze to really see what's in front of them. And it's because they're still kind of in this like self-pitying situation or Five of Cups, right? Regret. All right, let's get some additional info from the Steampunk Tarot. Tell me more about this blossoming. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody put an obstacle in my way. Somebody wanted to stop me from making progress in my life or moving on. But guess what? I just like walked around it. I jumped over it. I made a human-sized drone and moved over it. Whatever it was, you did something to sidestep what was meant to keep you in a holding pattern. You have the Star in the reverse and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. There was a delay, but once the communication stopped. In other words, if you were sending this person messages trying to figure things out, and then you eventually were like, all right, fine. I'm done. I'm not going to like keep trying to, I don't know if I should say that. I'm not going to keep doing the same thing and expecting different results, right? When you shifted gears, when you pivoted and decided, forget you, things started to move rapidly for you. The Lovers in the reverse. And the Two of Wands in the reverse. I think it was actually pretty early on that this person realized they messed up. Because Two of Wands in the reverse, this is like bad planning. And it's come out with the Lovers in the reverse, which is about a major choice. It could be a major choice in love, right? This is like tarot saying, whoops. Shouldn't have done that. My bad. So it became clear I think because there were other people showing interest in you or other people talking about what you were doing or how well you were doing. Tell me about the Page of Cups. Three of Wands. Three of Wands is right next to the Page of Cups, and now it's clarifying it. Definitely an important card. 10 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. They want to make you theirs. They want to be your partner. They think about what it would be like if you were the person that they came home to every day. They see you as the Queen of Pentacles. I don't care what your gender is. This is energy, not genders. They see you as the perfect partner, somebody that they would take home to mama. Tell me about the Five of Wands. I said competition when that card came out. And now we have the Queen of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles. I'm telling you right now, this person is dealing with an ex or somebody who is heartless that they're currently dating. But I do think they either have a home that they have shared with this person that they need to leave. Hey, you live your own life, right? I'm just saying that because we have the 10 of Cups in the reverse, and I feel like somebody's trying to leave a living situation. They're dealing with somebody that is not nice. I would say that a little bit more strongly if we had the Queen of Swords in the reverse. I feel like this is somebody who has two sides. So they try to keep their partner lured in with some sort of sweetness that is kind of fake. It's like, okay, so if I were to make a drink and I used real lime juice versus using a drink or making a drink with Rose's lime juice, if you know anything about drinking, you know that that's a difference, right? I feel like this person has this fake syrupy sweetness that they use to keep people in a situation, and it is greatly contrasted by like a snippy, impatient, kind of selfish side of them. And they were able to keep the wool over the eyes on this Knight of Swords individual. Keep them long enough that there was some sort of tie here. They might have had a child, they might have moved in, they might have gotten engaged, they might have even gotten married. But this person is the Five of Wands issue. The other choice, perhaps, or the distraction, the person that they thought had the energy that you have. Wah, wah, wah. Hey, but now you know. The more you know. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Hi there, Joseph. I hope you're all going to enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you on the next reading.